Lucy from Edmonton asked a question about lions and camera flashes. She heard a story about how in Kenya, with all the wildlife parks and tourists that come to visit them, that all the camera flashes are actually disrupting lion vision, causing temporary or even permanent blindness. Now, Lucy, I did some research, and I couldn't find any reference to permanent blindness in animals or humans caused by camera flashes. Now, there is a phenomenon known as flash blindness. That's what happens when there's a picture taken and you look directly into the flash, and your eyes get so overwhelmed by the sudden increase in light for such a brief period that the cells don't understand what's going on, so they need time to recover. This can take anywhere from a couple of seconds to just seeing bright spots all over your field of vision to even a few minutes. So the only thing I can think of with respect to the lions and what you told me was that it causes temporary blindness. Now, lion eyes, like other mammalian eyes, they have an extra lens in the eye called a nictitating membrane. And what that does is that helps capture all the light from around them, especially at night. So this nictitating membrane could actually amplify the flash that the lions are exposed to, causing an even longer delay in returning normal sight. My next question comes courtesy of Jenny from Chicago. Jenny asks, David, why do male lions have manes? Well, Jenny, it's actually kind of a funny thing, because from what I could find out, scientists did not know exactly why male lions have manes until back in 2009. What they found out was that female lions prefer males with longer and darker manes. Now, what does this mean? Well, the scientists discovered that the male lions with the darker and longer manes are slightly older, more well-nourished, and tend to be more aggressive, not only to other males, but also any predators that would come and attack the pride. But they also discovered that there was a distinct trade-off for being so attractive to the female lions. Because of the dark color of the manes, it absorbs more heat during the hot summer months, so the lions become sluggish. While there is a benefit to being so attractive to the female lions by having a darker and longer mane, there's also a slight trade-off that has to be done with comfort. So, as it ends up, like most things in the animal kingdom, it all comes down to attracting the ladies. My last question today comes from Matthew in Alberta. Matthew asks, David, can snakes hear? Well, Matthew, yes and no. Yes, they can detect sounds, but no, they cannot hear like we perceive hearing. We have an external ear with an eardrum that converts sound into electrical signals that reaches our brains so we can understand it. Snakes do not have an external ear or even an eardrum. All they have is an inner ear. So, how do they hear? The sound travels through the ground, hits the snake's skin, and goes through it, also passing through muscles and bones until it hits the snake's inner ear, which then transmits it into electrical signals so the snake can understand it. But scientists have also recently found that snakes are not just limited to hearing sounds through the ground. Like us, they can also hear sound that travels through the air. The sound travels through the skin, muscles, and bone until it hits the inner ear and the snake can understand it. Well, that's all for today. Thank you guys very much for listening, and stay tuned for more The Definitive Answers. Thank you.